Hi, everybody. Ooh, wow, loud. Just make sure that you take a moment to visit the 3 Shuk booths. One is to write letters to soldiers or their wives. The other is about our new makerspace on Israel Innovation, and of course, the candy to take home.
של הזריחות, ירושלים בסליחות, מחוף כנרת ואכסי,
מהמסיבות של תל אביב, אבי חלם והתפלל
לחיות בארץ ישראל. היום ילדי אותי שואל, מה הסיפור של ישראל?
כאן זה בית, כאן זה לב,
ואותך אני לא עוזב.
אבותינו שורשים,
ואנחנו הפרחים המנגינות, שבט אחים ואחיות, אותה שכונה, אותו רחוב, תריס הרבנים של יעקב,
אוספים ביחד נדודים בתוך תרמיד געגועים. אדם נוף מולדתו, חורט כאבים בכף ידו, ובתפילות לנדרים
ריחות בדל של הדרים,
ובעיניה של אמי
תמיד אמצא את מקומי, על הגיטרה מתנגן, ניגון עתיק שמחבר.
כאן זה בית, כאן זה לב, ואותך אני לא עוזב.
אבותינו שורשים, ואנחנו הפרחים המנגינות, שבט אחים ואחיות. מבראשית הכל תפור, טלאים טלאים של הסיפור, בו שתי מילים להתחבר, בחוט זהב של משורר. אני מכאן, אני שייך, וכל חבר שלי כמו אח.
אתה פועמת בלבבי, אני מזרח מערבי.
כאן זה לב, ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים, ואנחנו הפרחים המנגינות,
שבט אחים ואחיות.
כאן זה בית, כאן זה לב, ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים, ואנחנו הפרחים המנגינות, שבט אחים ואחיות, ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים, ואנחנו הפרחים המנגינות, שבט אחים ואחיות, שבט אחים ואחיות.
הלב שלך לא נצפה, עם הגוף הזר שלי בעולם, מה נמתיין, תחי איתה לי אז תשובה. כל כך סירבתי להאמין שזה שקר, אתה הצלת אותי בין היתר, אתה לא אשם, אתה יצאת בסדר. הציפיות הן שמילאו לי את החדר, כמו גיבור הגעת אליי, הסתכלת והחזקת ידיי. אמא שלך לא יודעת שגרת לי לאוז ואז פרסת כנפיים. תגיד לי למה שיקרת עליי, היה לך משהו אמיתי בעיניים. דווקא כשהזמן עובר פתאום אני נזכרת איך כתבת לי שירי אהבה. אתה ניגנת לפסנתר, אני הייתי רוקדת, היום כל שיר שלך שובר את המדינה. כל כך סירבתי להאמין שזה שקר, אתה הצלת אותי בין היתר, אתה לא אשם, אתה יצאת בסדר. שלך לא יודעת שגרמת לי לעוף כמו גיבור הגעת אליי הסתכלת והחזקת ידיים אמא שלך לא יודעת שגרמת לי לעוף ואז פרסת כנפיים תגלה לי מי אתה באמת גם ככה ריסקת לי את הלב לאלפיים תגיד לי למה שגרת עליי היה לך משהו אמיתי בעיניים תשיב בי את הרוח תוריד ממני את הגשם היה לי ים זמן לנוח התרגלתי קצת בעצם במרחב הפתוח רואים באופק את השמש אין ספק אני בטוח בסוף את תתבהר על דרך הבטח לנו שערי אמונה שערי הבנה שאין לנו מלך אלא אתה סיבת הסיבות עילת העילות תורת העילות ורק לך נאה להודות לכל הימים וכל הלילות
Welcome. Please take your seats. The program is about to begin. Welcome. Please take your seats. The program is about to begin.
They can bring their food.
All right, at this time, we ask you to please take your seats so we can start our program on time. We have just a few more minutes. Please take your seats and feel free to bring your plates of food with you.
עוד אפשר כבר לבקר מתנות קטנות בלילות אני לא ישן כבר שבועות רק מתהפך מצד לצד ומפחד שיום אחד אני אקום ואת כבר לא תהי אני אצעק בכל העיר אשאל לי מישהו רע לאן הלכה האהבה אם תרצי אני אתן לך מנגינה שתנגן לך את הכל אני אתן לך את הכל אני נשבע לך עם ידה
Just 5 more minutes until our program begins. 5 minutes.
מן הקצה אל הקצה אני חדש רוצה ממש. אם תרצי אני אתן לך מנגינה שתנגן לך את הכל, אני אתן לך את הכל וגם אשיר לך. אם תרצי אני אתן לך מנגינה שתרפא בך כל מחור, אני אלחין וגם אכתוב וגם אשיר לך שיר. אשיר לך שיר, אשיר לך לה 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 אשיר. לעולם אני לא עוזב אותך אף פעם, גם אם נדמה שאין אותי. לנצח את אהובתי, לנצח את אהובתי, אהובתי.
אני יודעת שיש מלאכים בעולם מחכים לי בדרך.
We have just 3 minutes until the program begins. Now would be a great time to find a seat.
עם הזמן יש דברים חשובים באמת, זה בסוף בפרטים הקטנים, לפעמים לא צריך לדבר, גם בשקט מצאנו מילים שרק תחייך כל החיים, זה כל מה שאני מבקשת. בית קטן, גינה לילדים, תאמין לי, אני מאושרת, תדע שאני לתמיד עלינו שומרת. ואתה עוד תראה הדברים
2 minutes to go.
הפחדים יפחדו שלא תיפתחו, זה יבוא עם הזמן. יש דברים חשובים באמת, זה בסוף בפרטים הקטנים, לפעמים לא צריך לדבר, גם בשקט מצאנו מילים שרק תחייך כל החיים, זה כל מה שאני מבקשת. בית קטן, גינה לילדים, תאמין לי, אני מאושרת, תדע שאני לתמיד עלינו שומרת.
Just 1 minute until our program starts. Please take your seats.
שרק תחייך כל החיים, זה כל מה שאני מבקשת. בית קטן, גינה לילדים, תאמין לי, אני מאושרת, שרק תחייך כל החיים, זה כל מה שאני
And our program is about to begin.
גינה לילדים, תאמין לי, אני מאושרת, תדע שאני לתמיד עלינו שומרת.
בקרוב תזרח השמש, נדע ימים יפים מאלה, הלב נלחם בדאגות, כולם יחזרו הביתה, נחכה להם למטה, הלוואי נדע בשורות טובות. כי עם הנצח לעולם לא מפחד, אפילו כשקשה לראות. כולם ביחד, אף אחד פה לא בודד, שישרפו המלחמות. עם ישראל חי, אם לא נשכח תמיד להיות מאוחדים.
Hi, everyone. If you could please come and take your seats, that would be great. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Please come and take your seats. The program is about to begin. We know you're loving the yummy food, but come on and take a seat.
No, but I know it's just like when I'm sitting or I'm standing, you literally can't even see, like, even if it's like
No, that's fine.
here.
Yeah, okay. Everyone, please come and take your seats.
Yep, no. One of the cakes made for me.
Everybody, if you wouldn't mind taking your seats, we have a lot of time after for socializing and a lot of fun. We have all of our friends in Israel who are on live stream, and we don't want them to have to stay up too late.
Guys, if you don't sit down soon, I'm going to start singing, and you really don't want that. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Tali Kest, and welcome to Schechter's 2024 Ner Tamid Gala. Shalom וברוכים הבאים לחגיגת נר תמיד של שקטר 2024. This afternoon, we will be celebrating Schechter's long-standing connections to Israel and those who helped us strengthen that bond. Since October 7th, it has been a difficult time for our 7 million brothers and sisters in Israel and for all of us here in the United States. We are grateful to be a part of the Greater Hartford community and so very proud of our Schechter students, parents, and staff for their response to the war and the action we took to stand by Israel. We will share some meaningful stories with you, and we hope you'll shep some nachas as well. Along with my co-chairs, Leah Burson and Gail Temkin, we're happy to be here with you, and we hope today's atmosphere, with all the sights, sounds, and smells of the shuk, creates a feeling of togetherness with Israel. מקווים שנהנתם מהשוק שלנו, ושזה נתן לכם הרגשה של אחדות עם ישראל. We thank you for your support. There is no better time than now to create a strong foundation of young Jewish students who are proud of their Jewish identity and who love Israel. Am Yisrael Chai. And now I'd like to welcome Rabbi Yoni Berger to come up on stage and lead us through the national anthem and Hatikva.
Let's rise, and let's all join together in singing the Star-Spangled Banner. Early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red aglow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave. We remain standing. Today we honor our connection with Israel. We mark 6 months since the devastating attacks of October 7th, and 6 months of captivity for the hostages. We pray for the hostages to go free, and for the war and terror and famine to come to an end. With hearts full of joy and sadness and hope, let's all sing Hatikvah together. Od ba'levav menima, nefesh Yehudi homiha, fatei mizrach kadima, ayin letzion Sophia. Od lo avda tikvateinu, hatikvah bat shnot alpayim, liyotam chofshim be'artzeinu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim. Liyotam chofshim be'artzeinu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim. You may be seated. State Senator Derek Slapp sent his support for our community and our cause with the following letter. Dear members of the Salman Schechter Day School community, I hope this letter finds you all in high spirits as you celebrate a successful Ner Tamid gala. I'd like to take this time to congratulate the Schechter community, especially those who contributed to the success of this year's event. Your commitment to hosting an event dedicated to Ner Tamid serves as a vital reminder to the unwavering commitment to faith, learning, and enduring values that define you as a community. Furthermore, I would like to applaud this year's honorees, Ronnie Siegel and Sharon Conway, for their exemplary community service. Their dedication and selflessness embody the spirit of Tikkun Olam and serve as an inspiration to us all. By recognizing their contributions, you have not only honored their individual efforts, but also reinforced the importance of community involvement and social responsibility within the school community and beyond. Once again, I extend my heartfelt congratulations for this amazing event and the opportunity to share a few words in solidarity and compassion. May the light of the Ner Tamid continue to shine brightly upon us all, guiding us towards a future filled with peace, prosperity, and abundant blessings. With warmest regards, Senator Slapp. I now invite up the President of our Board of Trustees, Riva Lewinter.
Welcome to Ner Tamid 2024. Today we celebrate Schechter and our community. In the 6 months since October 7th, it is clearer than ever that being a proud Jew and supporting Israel are inextricably linked. Our school and community embody this relationship in both action and in spirit. Today we're here to celebrate it. We're honoring 2 leaders who have not only worked tirelessly over the past few months to coordinate the efforts of our community, but have been building the connection between Greater Hartford and Israel for many years. Please give it up for Sharon Conway and Ronnie Siegel. These 2 amazing women built and continue to nurture our strong ties to Israel through their work with the Young Israeli Emissary Program. For over 2 decades, Greater Hartford and Schechter have been privileged to host young Israelis and learn and grow with them as members of our community. As you'll see shortly, This program forged enduring relationships. Now, please clap your hands for our current emissaries, Renana and Ruth Ben-Porat and Asif Peretz. Renana and Ruth, you bring us closer to Israel every day as a steady presence in our school and as teachers in our classroom. Asif, I wish everyone here was at Relish when you walked into the room and were greeted by your fan base. It was like a Hollywood celebrity had arrived. Renana, Ruth, and Asif, we acknowledge how very difficult it is to be away from Israel at this time and admire you all the more for it. Even when you return to Israel, you will always be part of our community. These relationships last because they are so meaningful. Now it's time to bring that to life. If you have been an emissary host family, please stand. Awesome, amazing. When I spoke with host families, they lit up with memories. Here are a few. Carrie and Fernando Rausch, I don't see you, but there you are. Yep. Alum parents were one of the first families to host an emissary. They hosted Amit Sigal in 2008. 18 years later, on a visit to Israel, a shidduch was made between their niece, Margarita, and Amit. Mazel tov. The Zaks family recalls their favorite moment with Sarai Barzel in 2009 when she celebrated her bat mitzvah with our community. Sarai's family flew in from Israel, and it was the first time they'd ever heard a woman read from the Torah. The Gershon family hosted 4 emissaries while their children were at Schechter and considers them all family. Where are you? There you are. Thank you. They know about every wedding and every new baby. They have even flown to Israel and Mosque to visit and celebrate in person. Soon after October 7th, it was abundantly clear how important our emissary relationships remain. Former emissaries reached out to Sharon because they knew they could count on her leadership. Sharon, with the help of community members, you started a grassroots fundraising program. Heart for Israel supplied over $120,000 in necessary gear to soldiers in a unit that included the husband of an emissary. Many members of our community have visited Israel and joined mission trips in the last few months. They all encourage us to visit as another way of maintaining our connections and support. It's no surprise that Ronnie is headed to Israel tomorrow for 8 weeks. She has graciously invited all of us to her home in Haifa for a Shabbat dinner, and in true Israeli style, the emissaries will also join the table. The word Tamid means always. At this Ner Tamid, we recognize all of you who always are dedicated to ensuring that our community maintains its strong ties to Israel. Current parents, past parents, alumni, and our generous supporters know that a Schechter education creates the foundation for proud Jewish students who stand strong for their beliefs and strong by Israel, always. Thank you. Now I would like to welcome our head of school, Rabbi Berger.
Thank you so much, Riva, for your heartfelt words. and for the unbelievable amount of thought and time and hard work that you have put in as president of the Board of Trustees. Riva is conveying most of the thank yous this morning. I want to focus on one that I'm going to echo. Members of Schechter's staff, faculty, and administration, you bring our mission and values to life. You make magical, joyful learning happen every day. Schechter staff, faculty, administration, please rise and be recognized. So we hear about the word Tamid. I want to talk about the word Ner, or lamp, and the light that a Ner Tamid gives off. When it comes to Israel, we are a community that is both wonderfully united and beautifully diverse. Let's start with unity. Our Schechter community, all of us, still mourn the victims of October 7th. Every member of the broader Schechter community wants the 134 hostages still held by Hamas to be freed. Those innocent people range from infants to grandparents. We wear necklaces or bracelets or place masking tape with a number on our shirt to remember them. We set places at tables for them. They have been missing for 6 months, and all together, with one voice, we proclaim that we want them home now. And there is diversity in our community, real differences of opinion that I think are important to acknowledge. Some of us think of the good that Netanyahu has done for Israel, and some of us think in terms of the harm Netanyahu has done to Israel. We all regret the loss of life in Gaza, but to some of us, it is a tragic but necessary cost of this war. And for others of us, it's an unacceptable cost. We all pray for peace. And I know you join me in mourning the loss of people who perish in accidents like the horrible accident last week with the AVE workers. But we have different ideas about what the future should look like. If 2 Jews have 3 opinions, then the 200 plus of us, with another 100 online, surely have 1,000 opinions. So what does it mean for us to be in this room together, celebrating our community's connection to Israel? And my answer is, we are a Ner. We are a lamp. Together we produce beautiful, shining light. And as we all learned back in grade school, white light hides a rainbow. Imagine how a prism can scatter light into different wavelengths or colors. Without the prism, all those colors are still there, just blended together. That's the kind of lamp that we are. We love Schechter and we love Israel, and each of us loves in a different way, and it is the diversity of our perspectives that makes our community beautiful. Our school has been growing for 5 straight years now, and our rainbow has only gotten more beautiful as we've grown. That is what our core value of Klal Yisrael means to us. So I want to thank you, all of you, for being here today as part of our Ner, as we celebrate our community's love of Israel and connection to Israel, and as we spotlight 5 people who have built and strengthened and deepened that connection. And it is a connection, it's a relationship. It's not just about answering needs. Usually we hold on to a lamp, a Ner, we turn on a light for functional reasons, to help us see ourselves, to help ourselves see in the dark. Think about 2 weeks from now, the night before the first Seder. We search for bread or other chametz, other food items that may have leavened, and according to the Mishnah, bodkim et hachametz l'or haner. We search for that chametz, that leaven, by the light of a Ner, a lamp. Why do we use a Ner? Because it's dark, and without it, we can't see. The lamp is there just to meet our needs. And there are times, like with a lighthouse, right, where we light a lamp for somebody else to help them see. Again, it's a functional purpose. We want the light because it's dark outside. But the original Ner Tamid was not about functionality. It wasn't about meeting a need. After the Israelites left Egypt, they built a desert sanctuary called the Mishkan. And they constructed the first menorah, that first lampstand that sat inside the holy tent, inside the Kodesh. The Kohanim, the priests, they lit it every night, but it wasn't there to help them see. Nobody stayed in the tent overnight when the menorah burned. What was the purpose of that first Ner Tamid? It was to tell God, we are here with you. And meanwhile, at night in the desert, how did God appear? As an Amud Ha'esh, a pillar of fire. They weren't traveling. It wasn't a nightlight for them. This was God saying, I am with you. God sent a light to us, and we sent a light to God. The Ner Tamid testifies to the strength of a relationship. In a moment, we're going to share with you a video about how Schechter took action after October 7th. You will see how our students took action. You'll see how we welcome families from Israel. 5 families, 2 of which have returned since then to Israel, and 3 who are still with us and are here today. You'll see them on the video, but I want to recognize them in person. Mishpachat Peretz, Mishpachat Benoni, Mishpachat Graber. Can you stand up for a moment so we can show you how glad we are that you're here? Toda. This video tells a good story. There are more elements of what we did that didn't make it into the video, like when Governor Lamont came to Schechter. We wrote letters to politicians. But I hope it's clear through all that you watch that our actions aren't just functional, not just turning on a light in the dark, not just about meeting concrete needs, though those are all important. Our actions reflect our connection. They are ways of shining light and saying, we are here with you. And I hope that all of us in this community, that our hearts swell with pride as we watch. When we heard about the horrible events of October 7th, we all felt shock and anger and grief. The question for us as a community was, what happens on October 8th? How do we take action? How do we stand up? How do we reach out? Our core value of Klal Yisrael, the belief that we are one people, has come to life in every way. We reached out to Israel. Our students wrote letters to Israelis who had a connection to Schechter. We sent supplies to reserve soldiers. We connected with an IDF reserve artillery unit and Zoomed with them during Relish. We didn't just teach our values, we lived them. Our middle schoolers traveled to the rally in Washington, D.C., and the students who went talked about how powerful it was to see so many Jews and non-Jews standing together for Israel. Our students know that when trouble comes, they act. They reach out, they write letters, they march, they show up. The most powerful expression of our connection to Israel has been the way we have welcomed a total of 5 Israeli families, 11 students, who came to Greater Hartford during this war. All of them have become part of the Schechter family. And our students have learned that in times of need, we open our doors, we open our arms, and we stand together because we are one people. I could not be prouder of our community.
Schechter made us feel so welcome. We came here frightened from the war in Israel. We landed, and not even 2 days after, we were already in school, feeling the warmest hug and love from every single person in the staff here.
We feel like it's home, and everybody wants to help us, and it was very warm. It totally felt like a second home that we can also celebrate our holidays here and traditions.
The first day that our kids came and did a school tour, the ones that are able to talk back then were like, this feels like the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
There's a cafeteria, there's a science lab, this is so cool. They were just amazed that this exists in real life and that like the classes are small, the teachers that didn't even know them yet said hello, like the attention, the kids helped them. It was amazing.
The amount of love is just,
Beyond.
it's beyond. It's really beyond.
I told her that I think if this was my childhood, I'll be way better person. Like I would actually told her every time in the beginning, I would want to be a kid here. Like If I could do that, that would be amazing.
We are the family parents. Thank you, Schechter. We are the Grabber family. Thank you, Schechter.
We are the Benoni family. Thank you, Schechter.
We are so grateful to be part of this amazing Greater Hartford Jewish community that's come together to support Israel. And we thank our donors and supporters for giving our students the foundation to love their Jewish identity, to love and support Israel, and to live their values every day.
I don't know about you, but I need a minute. Let's one more time welcome and give our thanks to the families who are now in our community. I'm Gail Temkin, and I'm really proud to be up here. This isn't the job that everybody likes to do, but I know what I'm going to do now is something that's going to really change the whole way that Schechter can do business, the way that we can invite families and students into our building, into our home. It's something that we depend on and that we need. Today I woke up feeling a little sad. I'd be surprised if all of us didn't say that. 6 months. 6 months since I received a call from my cousin who said his son had just been murdered. 6 months since these families were able to come into our community. 6 months since the hostages were taken, brutally murdered, raped, mutilated. And 6 months since Schechter stepped up to prove in true Schechter form that its doors are always open. Today's about remembering, but it's also about celebrating and honoring Israel and Schechter's connection with Israel and our love for Israel, and about making Schechter education accessible to everybody. We are a values-based community, and Schechter believes that it's our responsibility to help those in need. As you can see on the thermometer, we set our goal at $36,000. You know that's not my goal. You know, and we all know, that we can do that much better. It's our responsibility and our obligation to help support Schechter, support its students and its families. We have approximately 68% of our families who are on scholarship, who get some type of financial assistance. We're a strong school that provides an incredible education to our children. Tonight's proceeds will be going to our scholarship fund. And as a community, because we believe in caring for others and cannot sit quiet with the horrific atrocities that are going on in Israel, we've decided that 10% of all proceeds today will go to Schechter's Shaliach program. On the back of your program, you'll find instructions of exactly how to do this. We'll get to that. At this moment, though, I ask each and every one of you to take out your phones. Yeah, I'm giving you permission. Don't tell your kids. And if you take your program, for those of you on live stream, you have your instructions as well. And to all the Israeli emissaries that we hosted and that we love, hi, we love you. I'm going to walk you through some of the steps, but if you need assistance, there are enough people here who can get you through it. The QR code that you see on your program, put your phone in camera mode and try to take the picture of that QR code. you're going to be given a yellow highlight. Push the yellow highlight, and that will take you to our Give Smart page. It's up to you from there. Fill in as appropriate, fill in as you can. Just please make a meaningful gift. For those of you who prefer to text to donate, also the instructions. From your phone, enter the numbers 41444. And that's in the to field. In the message area, type SSDS space the pledge amount space your name and then hit send. For example, SSDS space 500, 1,000, 25,000 space Jane Smith, hit send. You'll receive a text message with a link to the donation page. Click this link. This is where you can complete your donation. If you'd like to talk to someone about a donation, we have Nicole Schaefer here, and we have other Schechter staff that can help you as well. How's it going? I have time. Not too much time if you ask my co-chairs, but I have time. Throughout the year, Schechter families have had different needs. Times are a little tougher. Some families are experiencing financial hardships. With much thanks for your generosity, Schechter is able to meet the needs of our community. It's one quick text. I'd like to ask you for 1 minute to look around the room. Look at the people who are next to you, across from you, behind you. Look at the families that we've now brought into our family. Look at Sharon and Ronnie, who've had such a history in making our school so strong. Ruth and Renana, Asif, you've added so much to the Schechter community, and our families are so lucky to have you. It's going. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask all the teachers and staff for us to recognize you one more time. As you consider your donation today, look at all of our committed professionals who help ensure that our students succeed. My daughters graduated from Schechter, and it's because of what they got, not just the education, but the care and the compassion and the feeling of family and community that they're able to succeed the way they are today. Supporting our school is critical. Being able to put our core values into play is critical. Helping others is critical. You can all take part in this by texting to the code 41444 or clicking into the QR code. Everyone on live stream, your dollars are being counted as well. We must all stand together and continue to keep our community strong and vibrant. When you leave today from this event, it's my hope that you'll feel the same sense of community that I do. This is our moment to stand together, to show Schechter and the greater community that we were here yesterday, we are here today, and we will be here tomorrow to ensure its sustainability long into the future. I'm going to step down now, but it doesn't mean your texting has to stop. You will be forgiven if we see you on your phones. At this time, it's my honor to call up Ronit Shoham. Ronit is going to present to our honorees.
Hello. This year, I'm especially proud to be part of this celebration, to honor Schechter's connection with Israel and spotlight the people who helped foster the relationship. Sharon, who directed the Israeli emissary program for 16 years, and Roni, who was coordinator for the Harvard emissaries. Ruth and Ranana for the Harvard emissaries. Who are current emissaries at Schechter, and Asif, who is the emissary at the JCC. There is nothing like an emissary to represent Israel and bring it to life. Now enjoy these words from our honoree and from our previous emissaries.
Schechter is the perfect place for these young emissaries from Israel because they became part of the staff of Salomon Schechter and its curriculum, and they were bringing Israel alive to the kids and made them love Israel through the personality of the young emissaries.
Shalom, my name is Asafron.
Hi, I'm Amit.
Hi everyone, I'm Yasubran Shachar.
Hi everyone, my name is Tomer.
My name is Tomer Cohen.
Hi everyone, my name is Tamar Melech.
The Israeli Young Emissary Program really was a perfect fit for Schechter. It was bringing young Israelis, proud to be Jewish, proud to be Israeli, cool, fun, and making connections with American Jews and young people who are figuring out their own identity.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniel Ben.
Shalom everyone, my name is Ido Shilo.
My name is Eliav Batito.
Hi, I'm Galwan.
Hi everyone, my name is Inbar Ivanzon.
Hi, my name is Kesem Bauer.
Hello, I'm Lital Haran.
Hi, I'm Ol Shachar.
In the process of living with the host families, they would meet their community, and being at the school, they would meet the teachers. It was a tremendous impact. And for me personally, it was a beautiful opportunity to deepen my own connection with Israel, even when I thought it couldn't get deeper.
October 7th changed everything. Being shlicha and the shlichut meaning turned around. It was very hard for us to be here, and we felt like we just want to go back to our families. But the warmth that we got from Schechter and the people cared so much. So we can go home feeling that this community cares and has done so much for Israel. And also seeing all the Israeli families coming here and feeling so welcome, like they came home. So our mind was blown away from that.
Everything changed. Basically, I'm trying to bring the war and October 7th to everything that I'm doing, even the fun stuff.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarai.
Shalom everyone, my name is Shaket Zipori.
Hi everyone, this is Yuval.
Hi, I'm Naomi.
Hi everyone, my name is Tal.
Hi, I'm Avia Mitai.
I love Schechter, the community. I think the community is amazing. It's like we always can trust people can help us, and also we can help the community a lot. Also, what I feel about my girls is so happy to come to the school. Every morning they want to come to the school. If they have day off, they will ask why they have day off and why they cannot come to the school.
Sharon, you were like a mother to me and the best friend from the first day I get to West Hartford. And Ronnie, we met when you get to lead the Israel Independence Day in the community, and we immediately connected. I remember how you make me schnitzels for I feel at home. So thank you both for unforgettable year. You are always in my heart, and I really hope to see you in Israel soon. Love you.
We don't need any more words. It says it all. Sharon and Ronnie, please join me. Sharon, 33 years ago, when I first stepped into Schechter, I was hoping my kids will receive good education and will develop strong Jewish identity. What I didn't realize is that I will gain some of my closest friends that are now my chosen family. Sharon is one of my blessings that I received as a result of joining the Schechter community. We met 31 years ago when our girls entered kindergarten. Sarah is here. And our friendship has grown and developed over the years. Maya and Sarah are still best of friends, and Maya even signed the ketubah at Sarah's wedding. We have shared so much over the past 30-plus years, some happy, some are not. Too many to mention. During COVID, we embarked on a hiking challenge, which kept us sane and happy. Sharon is a loving, caring person. She gives so much of herself and has a heart of gold. I'm proud to call her my friend, my mishpucha, and extremely proud of all that she has done and still doing and giving to our local community, Israel, and more. Roni, we are both Sabras, born in Israel, almost, and still care and love Israel. This has been the start of our friendship, and it's continued to grow throughout the years. The young emissaries that I hosted and you took care of gave me a chance to get to know you even better and appreciate the hardworking, caring person that you are. You give a lot to our community, whether it is Jewish Film Festival, various programs such as Yom HaZikaron, Memorial Day for the Israeli fallen soldiers, and you deeply care about Israel. You give of yourself and always ready to help and lead the way when called upon.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear. I should hide, I will. Under here.
On behalf of Solomon Schechter, I would like to present you each with this beautiful handmade raisin tray in appreciation of everything you have added to our community. I don't know who's coming next. Oh, you speak. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you to all the people who have volunteered so much time to make this such a beautiful event. And I can attest to the fact that even my speech had to be proofread almost a month ago, so there's been a lot of attention to detail, and thank you to all of you for doing what you've done. When I reflect on the reasons why Steve and I chose to send our 3 children to Solomon Schechter over 30 years ago, a driving force was the feeling that we wanted Judaism to be a natural and organic part of who our children are, not an add-on. Being in a school that embraced all aspects of Jewish history, language, culture, and religion gave our children the tools to develop a strong sense of Jewish identity. We reinforced this at home, but it was now in their blood, both at home and at school, and not just a book they read or a test they took or a lecture they heard. It was part of who they were. More than that, to this day, the people our family met at Schechter are still among our closest friends, as Ronit attested, in many ways like extended family. And I thank all of those who are here and on virtual for being part of this event. Schechter gives its students the opportunity to learn about Israel, study Hebrew, and speak it as a modern language. In our home, our kids' education was further enhanced because we were surrounded regularly by Israeli teens who participated in the Israeli Young Emissary program that I directed. For us, Israel, Israeli food, and Hebrew were a regular part of daily life, even outside of the classroom. Considering the current challenges in our world, I am reminded even more of how important a strong and confident Jewish identity is, And I take great pride in my own children's ability as Schechter alumni to articulate where Israel and Judaism fits in their own lives. I am also confident that the emissaries' involvement in the classrooms at Schechter had a similar powerful and enduring impact on the students and their relationship with Israel. I hope that my small contributions have helped deepen all of our connections to Israel and strengthen Schechter's place in our community. I am honored to be honored by Schechter, an institution which I revere and hold deeply in my heart. Thank you.
Your turn. Sure. Okay. Thank you all for being here. It's amazing that I know almost everybody. It's phenomenal. So thank you for coming. And thank you, Schechter, for honoring me today. Special thanks come to Tali, who shepherded me through all the details of this event, and to Riva, who helped me put together this speech. So I was asked to write a very short speech. And I wonder, how do you fit 4+ years working in this community with emissaries into 2 minutes? So I decided I'll try. So if I succeed, okay. If not, I take all the responsibility. And I'll start in 1969, when I came to West Hartford as a shlicha to the JCC for 3 years. That was when I first introduced to Salomon Schechter and realized there is a Jewish school in the United States Jewish community. When I returned to West Hartford from Israel in 1997, I became more involved with Schechter School as a parent. At that time, Schechter was in the basement of this synagogue. And I wasn't sure that it was a school, official school, but I put my kids through it because they taught them Hebrew. They kept my teaching them Hebrew. So my next experience with Schechter began in 2009 when I accepted an offer from the Federation for a 10-hour-a-week position to coordinate the Young Emissary Program. As you can imagine, this became a 24/7 my retirement job because it affected so many aspects of life and lives of these Israeli 18-year-old emissaries. For example, in 1 week, I had to find them a place to work, open a bank account for them, give them a car. That was the hardest. Give them a car and find them a host family in 1 week. So we had to, at the beginning, to deal with interpersonal relationship, language idiosyncrasies, and adjusting to American culture, especially food, which did not include hummus and schnitzel. That was their first horrendous adjustment. So my house could provide them that, so that's why they used to come all the time. Okay. In these 10 years that the Young Emissaries here, we have hosted 20 young emissaries who stayed with more than 40 host families, many of whom are Schechter families. They were involved with many agencies, and including, of course, Schechter, and they used to their experience from being in Israeli youth movement to teach and to provide programs both to the JCC, to the synagogues, and to Salomon Schechter, adding especially to Schechter, which is a formal school, and to the JCC, an informal Jewish education. And that's a benefit to Schechter that they did phenomenally, and everybody loved them. And the kids, I always say, one kid from Schechter wanted to host an emissary, but they had to have a room for the emissaries, and that family didn't have one, so he asked the parents to build another room. That was one of these things that happened, which made me very happy. Anyway, Schechter, okay, so I talked about the informality. The influence of the emissary and on their host family in the community spread not just to them, but to the friends of the young families, to their families, host families, and to the whole community. Also, those families became friends of the emissaries' families in Israel. So there was a whole cycle of connection for each of one emissary. So if we have 20, could you imagine how many connections that could have brought? The other thing that helped Schechter with the emissary was their eighth grade trip to Israel. Before they went on the trip, they prepared how they are going to meet the emissaries who worked at Schechter. And when they went to Israel, they met them, and it probably was one of the highlights of their trip to Israel. They came back very happy. For a little personal, so for 10 years, these kids provided me and my family, who is sitting right here, who met many of the emissaries and were part of our family, provided us naches and enjoyment. And I maintain, and we maintain the connection with them when we are in Israel, which is about once or twice a year. And many of them come to the States to visit their host families or come to Haifa, to my house, to meet me and my family when we are there. Finally, let me share with you something that happened about 3 weeks ago. Julie Gershon, she was here, right? Julie? Julie Gershon called me and asked if she could send some gift to Ido, who had a baby. And I said to her, how come you know that I'm going to Israel? I'm not exactly publicizing it every day. So she said, I spoke with Ido. And I asked him, how can I get a present for you? So Ido said, just give it to Rani. She's coming in a week to Israel, and I'm going to see her. Guess what? I have a gift for Ido. So Sharon and Asif and Anna, Ruth, all of you, it's my privilege to be part of your group of emissaries. And I hope that maybe this would encourage the Federation to renew the program of the Young Emissaries, which was one of the best connections to Israel the Federation had. Other than that, I thank you again for allowing me to talk to you. And thank you, Sharon, for working together. You can go.
I'd like to welcome up Renana, Ruth, and Asif. I'm going to speak first, and then you guys come on the other side. Welcome. Renana and Ruth, we first met over Zoom. when Anat and I were looking for Morot Shlichot, the first that we were going to bring to Schechter, teacher emissaries. And from those first conversations, we knew that we wanted to bring you to Schechter. You are both experienced teachers with a background in special education. You had never taught a second language before, but were excited to learn. The fact that you were both professional teachers was appealing. But even more, we saw that you were just such good people, committed to building relationships with students so they deepen their connection to Israel. Your students love you because you are genuine. They trust you. You've helped them to read and write, to listen, to speak, and to sing. And you've done it all while raising two beautiful daughters, Carmel and Neria, whom we also love having at Schechter. Asif, your work as a shlichat at the JCC has meant so much to the greater Hartford community. You've run great programs, but again, the key to your success is not just the programming, it's your skill at building relationships. You've come to Schechter a few times, especially to relish in Kabbalat Shabbat, and as Riva mentioned, when you enter the room, it's like you're greeted like a rock star. The kids don't love you just because you tell good stories or play fun games, although you do. They love you because you have connected with them. Ruth, Renana, Asif, I don't imagine that it's ever easy to be a shlicha. You're thousands of miles from your home. Your task is to help people connect in a faraway land to a faraway land, in a language that is not your native language. And you have to do it all while navigating a different healthcare system and a different culture and a new city. It's a huge and challenging responsibility. But this year was no ordinary year. This year you had to do all that while back at home a war began that still hasn't ended, a war in which some of your loved ones are still on the front lines. Asif, you had to stand in front of hundreds of people at the West Hartford Town Hall, and I checked the date, and it was Monday, October 9th. And your heart was broken, but your voice was strong. And Ruth and Renana, you had to go on teaching Hebrew and teaching about Israel and deciding what to share with your students and what to hold inside. Your responsibilities as shlichot, representing Israel in this country and in this community, only grew in weight this year. All of us in this room, all of us in the greater Hartford community can't thank you enough for the strength, kindness, and heart that you have shown and shared with us this year. Words aren't enough to share our gratitude, but now is our chance to do our best. Ruth, Renana, and Asif, toda rabah from us all. We also have gifts for you, which I'll show you now and you can take down after. But they're beautiful challah platters embossed with your names and made with love by this community, that wherever you go and go back home, you'll have Schechter with you. Toda rabah. And now it's your turn.
Shalom v'tzoraim tovim. Hello and good afternoon. We are very excited to be here with you. This is our second year as Morot Shlichot at Schechter. From the moment we arrived, we have been embraced by this wonderful community. Since October 7th, we, the Jewish people, have been facing a most challenging and significant period in the history of the Jewish people in the state of Israel. The Schechter community has shown full commitment in helping and assisting and welcoming students from Israel. At Schechter, we understand that giving is not just an idealistic act, but also a moral obligation.
As teacher, our role is to guide and influence our students, pass on knowledge, values, and inspiring them. Thank you all for the privilege you have given us to be here as a part of this amazing community. Every morning when our girls enter the school, we always see how happy they are, and we know that they are in the hands of wonderful teachers. We feel that it's a great honor to serve as teachers at a school with such a focused and caring community, which bring us inspiration and support everyone in need. Thank you. Am Israel Chai.
Shalom, everyone. Before I'm going to say what I'm going to say, I just wanted to say that I woke up today feeling awful after realizing it's April 7th. But seeing you all here, it's just seeing the video, seeing whatever you do, it just made my day, my week, my month. So thank you, first of all, for coming. And I might repeat this, but okay. So thank you so much for honoring me today. I'm humbled and honored to be standing here among these amazing women. Ronnie, my Ashkenazi grandmother I never had. Sharon, my mentor. Ruth and Renana, my fellow emissaries. That I'm so happy that we got to be emissaries here at the same time. I'm honored and humbled. Today, April 7th, marks 6 months since October 7th massacre. And looking back at these past few months, I can't be more proud and grateful to be part of this community, of our community. We have done so much, we continue doing so much, and hopefully we'll do way more. Each and every one of you affected my time here as the Israeli Shlicha. You all made me feel welcomed and embraced. Even in the darkest of times, I found my second home. Thank you and toda to all of you. And as every one of you said, Am Israel Chai.
Let's give them one more round of applause. If these past 6 months have taught us nothing else, we can all walk away from today's celebration knowing that we have so many people that we care about and so much Schechter history to be grateful for, and we should be really proud. We've heard different stories. We know things that have gone on with the families that have come here. Can we put up the thermometer one more time? I want to change things up a little. I hope it's okay, Yoni. If we get to $36,000, anything that's raised above that, oh. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm Guy Newman. My claim to fame around here is generally that I'm Ronit's brother. It's generally a door opener in West Hartford. My kids go to Schechter. 6 years ago, or 7 years ago, my sister told me or asked me to send Max, who was 2, to Schechter. She said, just try it for 1 year, and then now Max and Julius are both in the program, and we've been here since. 6 months ago, on the 7th morning, I woke up, I don't know, 7 o'clock or so, and my WhatsApp was full of red notifications. A few hours earlier, we all know exactly what happened. I have a younger brother in Israel. His name is Dor. And Dor was a commando in the Israeli army with lots of friends that are still in service. And Dor got really frightened. He did what he did, and he put his wife, and this is something not a lot of people actually know in the room, he put his wife, his 3 children, and his sister-in-law, her sister, on the plane on the 7th. It was the last flight leaving Israel at 10 o'clock at night. On the 8th, which is a Sunday morning, I went to the airport to pick all of them up, and they came to us, shaken, scared. My sister-in-law in 2006 lost her father in Lebanon, in Tzukeitan. And my brother was just really frightened and sent him there. On Sunday afternoon, I emailed Yoni, and I said, look, my brother's kids are here. There's 3 of them. The 2-year-old is gonna stay with his mom, but we need something to do with the 4-year-old and the almost 7-year-old. And I don't know exactly what the options are, but you know, what are the options? He goes, whatever we need to do, we do. He answered within, I think, 5 or 10 minutes in the email, right? When do you want to come? I said, well, you know, let him come in and let him, you know, sleep one night. Let's see how tomorrow goes, you know, with the hours and everything else. On Tuesday morning, these kids started Schechter, 2 days after they landed. You know, Schechter embraced them in such a way that words tonight or today cannot express. They provided a curriculum. The Hebrew-speaking teachers greeted them, made them feel super comfortable. They created a curriculum that understood that while they don't really understand what's going on, they feel what their parents are feeling. So it was a lot of sort of go as you can and do what you want, guided. I've never felt such a sense of importance to be a part of a community that we share once we enter the doors at Schechter. And I wanted to just come up here and share that with you. A couple of months later, my cousins, who were speaking on the video and were displaced because they live just by the Lebanese border, and that's where their business is, their restaurant, the kids were going, basically had to leave their home and stayed in Cyprus for a couple months without any family, decided they're gonna come here. And this community has embraced them in words, again, that I can't describe here for you today. These girls now speak English and have girlfriends, and you know, it's just really an amazing situation. I've never felt more importance to have a place like Schechter that connects to Israel on a level that it connects. And I urge you all to do your best to contribute to the bottom line here today so we can keep this community going. Thank you. Thank you, Gail. I'd like to also take a minute and invite Ben. I know Alan's not here right now, but Ben, can you come up and would you mind saying a couple words? I appreciate it. Sorry about that. Thanks.
Thanks, Guy. Can we put the thermometer up? So one thing that, with permission, Yoni, I'm going to change it up a little. We've hit our goal. I'm going to say if we hit 40,000, not only will we give the 10% to our Shaliach program at Schechter, anything above will go directly to the Shaliach program. So if we can get to 40,000, then not only 4,000 will go to Schechter, but anything above the 40,000 will go for the Shaliach program so we can ensure that we continue this going. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. So I'm Marsha and Ellen cousin from Israel. Our story is that my kids, Eitan and Omer, we study they're in kindergarten, and Eitan is the first grade, and my wife here is Carmel. We arrived spontaneously, actually. We flew on the Friday after October 7 to a wedding in Italy, and Marsha and Ellen told us, why don't you come with us to the States, you know, relax a little bit from the situation, and we couldn't really resist. We were actually terrified, like your brother Dor. It was actually the first time, you know, remember we waking up this Saturday, 6 a.m. in the morning, and we're seeing this Toyota van. I don't know if you remember this picture in Sderot. You remember this picture? I said to Kamal, it's probably like from Afghanistan or something. It doesn't look like a picture from Israel. And I told her probably like in an hour, they will be, you know, they will be killed. There's terrorists in Israel. It's a joke. It's not possible. So we were really terrified. You know, the feeling we had in Israel at that moment is like, we live in Herzliya, which is not in the south, not in the north, kind of, it's the Beverly Hills of Israel. Yeah, it's the nicest place. The feeling was that every second a terrorist can come to your house and butcher you, and there was this insecurity we never felt before. Carmel and my grandparents, both Holocaust survivors, you know, she asked me, Ben, do you remember these stories that, you know, people stayed in Poland, they stayed in Europe, and some of them were debating if to go, like, I'm not taking chances, we have to fly. So we flew to the wedding, and Marsha and Ed helped us come to the States. We had an issue with immigration, but they helped us make sure that in 24 hours we got the fastest immigration visa in the history of United States. By the way, Israelis have an extremely difficulties with the American immigration, unfortunately, unlike, you know, Palestinians and people from Ukraine. I don't know why, but we have to fix it. Marsha called Gail Temkin the day after we arrived, and we even didn't know, you know, really what's happening. Gail said immediately, we should bring them to Schechter. I didn't know what was Schechter then, but she introduced us to Yoni, and the day after, Omer and Natan joined Schechter, and until now, we are in the best school in the world. So, first of all, thank you so much. I can tell you that the education system is way and beyond we have ever imagined that is possible. Rabbi Berger and the whole team is an unbelievable team. And our kids, from running 2 a.m. in the middle of the night to the shelter, they're coming with their traumas in Israel. They come with no English. Today they're fluent speakers. They feel at home in school. They have friends. This is our home now. So thank you, everyone. And just one more word. Growing up as Israeli in Israel, you take Judaism as a granted. I mean, we don't have all this. We don't have all this fundraising, and, you know, you have to prove that you're a Jew. We are the community. You wake up in Israel, you know, all the food is kosher. You don't have to prove anything. To be a Jew here, it's much more of a hard work. And you know, I'm experiencing here more of my Judaism than I experienced in Israel. And it's amazing what you guys doing. This bond, this connection with Israel is the most important connection. And I'm sure my wife will say too, we're so grateful to be part of this community now. And I want to thank, special thank you for our cousins, Marsha and Ellen, for our angels. And making us feel so home. We love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking of Marsha and Alan, our honorary co-chairs for tonight were Marsha and Alan Lazowski, Jessica and Eric Zaks, and Ronit Shoham. So we want to thank you also for attaching your names to this. Wow, I turned away for half a second. That's incredible. And thank you, really. Thank you, everybody. I'm not sure if you've had the opportunity yet to write a letter to a soldier. Schechter adopted the unit that you heard us speak about before. With the help of one of our former emissaries, Kesem Sahar, Kesem was here in 2011-2012. Her husband, Hilik, connected Schechter with one of the soldiers from his unit, the artillery battery unit in south of Israel. They suggested that we also write letters to the spouses who have been living with this and raising their families on their own. Please make sure that you make your way over to our booth there. I want to recognize the agency executives and rabbis who've come here tonight. I also really want to thank my co-chairs, Tali Kest and Leah Burson. You stepped up this year, came to our rescue, made this event as amazing as it is, and thank you. The thermometer doesn't end when the event ends. Schechter will always accept a donation. We'd love for you to come in and tour the school if you haven't been. If you haven't been to one of our relishes, please come to one of our relishes. We really have an outstanding place, and I think once you walk through the doors, not only will you spread the word and spread the money, but you will now feel even more so part of our community. So thank you for allowing me to do this.
Thank you once again, Gail. As always, you're just incredible. The entire team is incredible that made this happen, and all of you are incredible. So thank you. Ronnie has one brief thing that she'd like to say, and then we'll begin our conclusion.
Well, I realized that Sharon sent the connection for the emissaries, the young emissaries, to watch this tonight. So I don't see them, but in case that they are watching, I wanted to tell them that we in this community appreciate everything they contributed. I hope you know how much appreciation you get. I can only see them. But if they are, I want to say one word about it, and that is they are the epitome or the impression of Am Yisrael Chai, not as a slogan, but as a real connection. And I want them to say it with you, Am Yisrael Chai.
Am Yisrael Chai.
It was the last thing I was going to say.
Careful going down. The coming together of so many people to create this event has really been a sight to behold. Another mazel tov to Sharon, Ronnie, Renana, Ruth, and Asif. Your work comes from the heart, and that makes it all the more dear. A huge thank you to our honorary co-chairs, Marcia and Alan Lazowski, Renit Shoham, and Jessica and Eric Sachs. None of this would have been possible without our event co-chairs, Leah Burson, Tali Kest, and Gail Temkin. Would the three of you join me on the stage, please, with Yoni? We can't do justice to all you have done with just words. On behalf of Schechter, we have some special gifts for you. There you go.
Should I pick?
You can pick. No. Leah, as in gratitude for your always remarkable willingness to give of yourself, we have this extra gift. Oops. Tali. Thank you. Leah, again, we're piling them on. And Gail. Thank you. Thank you so much. What an amazing team. They are incredible. Don't worry. With great affection, I thank our development director, Nicole Schaefer. Okay, a few more thank yous, and then we are going to move to the next phase of our program. Thank you to the volunteers on the development committee for their dedication to the school, to our committed board of trustees, to the Jewish Community Foundation and Jewish Federation of Greater Hartford, to Rabbi Small and the team at Emmanuel Synagogue, to my husband, David Kruger. Our full-hearted thanks to Schechter's outstanding staff and faculty from the front desk to the front of every classroom. Your assistance today and your dedication every day amazes us. Thank you to the 8th grade for being our ambassadors and staffing the Shuk. Thank you, Rabbi Berger, for your leadership and thank you to all the families who trust Schechter to educate your children. And finally, thank you to everyone who has joined us here today online in the US and in Israel. It is because of you that Schechter can educate anyone who wants a Jewish education.
And thank you to Riva Lewinter for doing all the things that you wouldn't even believe.
Oh, thank you. Before dessert, let's show our spirit and dance. Sharon and Ronnie, Jason and Jamie, and our 8th grade class, over to you. Woo! There you go.
Hi, I'm
Torah, Udvar Shem, Yerushalayim.